I want to welcome you to the cellar in our new house, which is now my man cave. You can see the bars behind me, which my wife insists on keeping for some reason. Just to show you around the room, you can see that I have set up a layout board right around the outside, which goes across the middle of the room and has a return underneath the stairs. I'm afraid it's all a bit dark. I like to run Hornby 00 live steam, and I have 7 locomotives, and I also run digital and have about 14-15 digital locomotives. And as such, I wanted to set up the system so I could easily run live steam and digital at the same time, or I could run 2 live steams, or I could run the whole thing digital. And as such, I put together a little circuit and put it together and stuck it in a homemade box. So here is the control section. You can see I have 2 live steam controllers. I also have a Dynamis digital controller. You'll have to forgive me the dust. And I have the box that I put together. Now the top 3 switches are switches for each of the controllers, so live steam 1, live steam 2 and digital, and depending on the throw of the switch dictates which of the 2 loops each controller controls. So for example, at the moment I've got the mallard, as you can see, on the outer loop, and I'm going to use live steam 1 to control it. So the way I would do that is throw this switch up to the LS1 out. So that means this controller here is now controlling the mallard. The second live steam controller here I'm not going to be using this time. So as a consequence, this switch here is in the middle, off. The digital controller, the Dynamis, is going to be controlling the inner loop, and as you can see, the switch is now down, which is digital in. So that means the inner loop is controlled by the digital. The bottom switch here, this one here, is off, which means the 2 loops are isolated and not connected. If I flip it up, then they are both connected, which is probably not a good idea when you've got digital and live steam. The light down here is lit at the moment purely because the digital is on the inner loop and is on. The live steam is not on yet. So now you can see we've got a good head of steam up. We shall start up the class 55. Okay, so here we go with the mallard. hope you've enjoyed a little view of what's going on in the cellar here. And if you are interested in the little box which controls which controller operates which track, then send me a message and I'll send you the circuit diagram. It's not very difficult. If you're any good with a soldering iron, it's dead easy really. Okay, until next time, cheers.